ClevverTV has the recap on last night's highly anticipated Season 3 debut of the Vampire Diaries. I'm your host, Joslyn Davis, and for those of you that tuned in, I think you'll definitely join our crew in saying that the show did not disappoint, and the bar has been set very high for the rest of the season. So let's just go ahead and break it down. The show picks up 2 months after the close of Season 2. Klaus and Stefan have taken their murderous rampage to Tennessee at what we later learn is the home of a werewolf named Ray. After Klaus garners the info that he needs from the 2 women at the house, he leaves Stefan to deal with them, and for the first time ever, we get an understanding as far as what his nickname, the Ripper, means. Now, as Damon puts it, Stefan rips people apart as he feeds on them, only to feel so guilty afterwards that he attempts to piece them back together. Klaus wants to find Ray and turn him into a part of his hybrid army of vampire wolves. The duo tortures Ray until at the end, Klaus has his way, forcing Ray to drink his blood before snapping his neck, and you guys know the transformation begins. Also, a little side note here, did anyone else notice that Ray just so happens to be Simon from 7th Heaven? Yeah, love it. So back in Mystic Falls, we learn that Alaric has been staying with Jeremy and Elena for 2 months, sleeping on their couch. It's Elena's 18th birthday, and she is totally struggling just to get by emotionally. She heads over to Damon's after Caroline gives her a tip about a possible vampire killing in Tennessee. Caroline is busy all on her own planning Elena's birthday party, hoping that if she can celebrate and have a little bit of fun, she'll be able to move past Stefan. Elena heads to talk to Damon, who gets out of the bath in the nude, guys, when his ongoing and compelled girlfriend, you know, the TV reporter Annie, well, she refuses to grab him more champagne. So after he covers himself up, Elena fills him in on the tip that she's received. Little does she know, though, Damon's been closely following the whereabouts of Stefan and Klaus. Moreover, and more crucial to the storyline here, is the fact that Elena has absolutely no clue that Stefan has been the one doing the killing. Damon uses his reporter girlfriend to get the address that Elena has alerted him to in Tennessee. And little does poor Annie know, she is gonna die in this episode. Stefan uses her to send a very powerful message to Damon that he needs to stop looking for him, and he compels Annie to commit suicide right in front of Damon, and Damon is clearly very upset about this. Now on to another intense relationship on TVD. We see that Tyler and Caroline have been spending a ton of time together. We also find them hanging out at the grill. Everyone thinks they're dating for obvious reasons, and Matt refuses to serve them, asking Jeremy to do it. On the note of Jeremy, we see him in the stock room, and this is where we see him see the ghosts of Anna and Vicky for the very first time. He's clearly very freaked out over this, and Matt is totally on to him. Later in the episode, Matt and Jeremy have a little bonding time, and eventually Jeremy reveals what he's been seeing, but Matt just sort of writes it off, saying that sometimes he misses Vicky so much that he thinks he sees her too. But back to Tyler and Caroline. Caroline gets super jealous when Tyler brings a date to Elena's party, and after a bit of back and forth, the pair just finally gives in and hooks up. And then, just when you think things are going in a good direction for these two, Caroline gets caught by Mrs. Lockwood as she's trying to sneak out of their house. But Mrs. Lockwood meets her in the entryway, tricking her by placing what we can only guess is vervain on her purse, and then she shoots her. So I guess the whole vampire secret is definitely out of the bag. Fans hoping for a Damon-Elena hookup in this episode probably were loving all of the pair's scenes together. As Elena's half-heartedly getting ready for her birthday party, Damon gives her something that she's been looking for. It's the necklace that she lost, remember the one that Stefan gave her that protects her? This really sweet moment is quickly forgotten though, when Elena discovers that Damon has been secretly tracking Stefan and Klaus, and she is really upset by this. But she's even more devastated when Damon, after seeing Stefan kill Annie, tells her to stop looking for Stefan, that he is never coming back, not in her lifetime at least. And if that scene was not emotional enough, I have to say the real kicker comes at the close of the episode when Elena gets an unknown call on her phone, and when she answers and doesn't hear anyone there, she asks if it's Stefan. He says nothing, and she tells him that it's going to be okay, that she loves him, and he has that to hold on to. And then we see Stefan break down crying. Wow. So guys, I think it's obvious here, Stefan is not completely lost, at least not yet. But Caroline is clearly in some deep trouble, and Damon just seems to be more sensitive than ever. So what do you all think about the first episode? We'd love to get your review as well as your predictions here in the comments section. Also, make sure to return to ClevverTV for recaps, interviews, and of course, a whole lot more. I'm Joslyn Davis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.